Disclaimer, this video is informative only. Prices might change over time. During the first episode of this new series, I was showing you guys how it's going to be the new Havana or Cuba in general. Welcome to the episode number 2, and today I'm not visiting any places, but I'm going to be telling you guys a couple of things that you should know now that Cuba is going to be reopening, and I think that are going to be crucial for you as a traveler. First, let's just start talking about the currency and the inflation. As you might know, guys, the Cuban currency has changed during the last year, and now we're only using the Cuban peso. And the Cuban peso is going to be the official currency that you're going to be using as a visitor as well, even though we still have the MLS stores where we can only buy in, MLSA, USD, Canadian dollar, euro, even pounds, or among others, but only using MLS cards. Zero cash. This is something that you should keep in mind due to the huge inflation that Cuba is passing through. The prices have been raising up every single day, but don't worry, we're gonna still have more videos about it. So make sure you subscribe if you want to see that one. As an overall, when it comes to the Cuban currency, the Cuban peso is the official currency that you're going to be using. So don't be surprised, guys, if you go to exchange your money and you get tons of cash. It's not that bad yet, like in Venezuela, for example. Well, in Venezuela, they just changed the amount of zero that they used to have in the bills because it was crazy. We're not there yet. So let's get back to the point. Remember, guys, that the USD specifically is useless in Cuba. I mean, you're not going to be able to use it, so forget about it. Bring other currencies. Now let's talk a little bit more about the prices. I think that this is another good point that you should be paying attention to. Due to the huge inflation that we have in Cuba, the prices are crazy, and again, this is something that you should be paying attention to because the prices are going to be extremely expensive for you as well, even as a visitor. Remember, guys, that you're going to be using exactly the same currency that as locals, so the prices are going to be exactly the same thing. So don't be surprised if you see crazy prices because you gotta come ready for it. I think that most of the private businesses right here in Havana or Cuba in general are pricey or expensive at this point due to the inflation. I mean, all the stuff that they have to buy to maintain let's say the business, they're as expensive as the things that they're selling. I'm planning to visit some of the private restaurants right now that Cuba is reopening to show you guys how it's going to be exactly like this new adventure of visiting, for example, a Cuban restaurant, how much it's going to be costing, so you can have a clear idea about how much it's going to be costing you as a visitor, because as I just mentioned, it's going to be exactly the same price. So make sure, guys, that you subscribe if you want to see that one and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I think that a good comparative for you as a visitor, it would be like visiting a government place and a private restaurant. Because in theory, the government places or restaurant in this case, they should have lower prices. But in Cuba, you never know. Now, the third point that I would love to talk to you about, guys, are the hotels and the Airbnb where you're going to be staying right here in Cuba. It's very important when it comes to choosing the Airbnb or the hotel that you want to be staying smart. Because, for example, if you want to save money by visiting Havana or visiting some places east side of Havana, a very smart thing, or let's say option that you could do, is to be renting or staying in an Airbnb or hotel that is going to be very close to the places that you want to visit. I mean, if you have a schedule in advance, you have to know exactly where would you like to go or which are the places that you will love visiting, because this is not going to be only saving you time, but money as well. One thing to keep in mind when it comes to staying in hotels or Airbnb in Cuba is the water. Never fit your bottle of water in the hotel. I mean, if you can come with your filter or something to keep, filter the water, that's going to be a new word. I mean, how do you say? A game changer, something like that. Never fit your bottle of water with the water of the hotel or the Airbnb because you can get sick, guys. If you cannot bring your, filter, whatever, try to buy the bottle of water inside of the hotel, or maybe talk to the Airbnb host, maybe they can sell you some bottle of water, or try to buy the bottle of water on the stores because you never know. Now, the fourth is the MLS store. I've talked about this in all the videos, but when it comes to visitor, traveler, maybe like you guys, you're probably wondering, if you can buy in these MLS stores. And I don't really know if you're gonna be able to buy in the future. Maybe the government implement new, let's say, I don't know, rules, or maybe they're gonna give you a special card for being a tourist or being a visitor so you can buy in this MLS store. But let's say that you couldn't. So try to bring, guys, your own stuff. What I mean is, for example, medicine, toilet paper, and things that you think you're gonna be needing. And the fifth is the vaccination ID, or something to prove that you're vaccinated. One of the new requirements that the government is going to be asking for when it comes to visiting Cuba is going to be the vaccination ID. But don't worry if you're not vaccinated yet, because you're going to be able to visit Cuba by showing a PCR negative 72 hours in advance. People have asked me, hey Alex, if I want to get a PCR in Havana because I'm not feeling well, or I need to be tested, you know, I want to know if I'm okay, or maybe before coming back to my country, can I do that? And the answer is, of course. I mean, there's some international clinics where you can go and you can be tested. Of course, that they're gonna be charging you for that, but I don't really know how much it's gonna cost. So come ready for it. And I'm gonna leave you right here, guys, one of my playlists where I was giving you more tips about visiting Cuba, even before I knew that Cuba was reopening. Let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think about this video? Let me know in the comments below if you're planning to visit Cuba right now, that Cuba is going to be reopening in November 15, maybe shortly, maybe, I don't know, maybe in the future. I'm here to help. Hopefully this video helps you. My name is Alex Rodriguez. Just in case you're new here, subscribe, like the video, because it's one of the best ways that you have to support the channel. And if you want to become a member right here at the channel, go and become a member. This is a great way to support me. Or if you don't like to become a member, you can buy me a coffee by visiting buymeacoffee.com/I'm currently and right there you can buy me a coffee, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 10 coffees, as many as you can. And that's it, guys. It was great having you here. Talk to you, see you in the next video. Ciao, pescado.